everybody. Welcome. So I don't know if you heard the news today, but the Supreme Court ruled in favor of anti-abortion fake clinics. Yes, it is bad news, among other bad rulings. But what we're focusing on here today is that these fake clinics. So in the ruling, it said that these fake clinics, in their right to freedom of speech, are also allowed to lie to pregnant people about their options. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to show you a little bit of what actually happens inside these fake clinics. So, welcome to Planned Motherhood. I'm your tour guide, Molly. So this is a fake clinic, or a crisis pregnancy center, if you've heard it put in that term. So what these places do is they pose as reproductive health centers, when in reality they actually only exist to coerce women out of getting abortions, which is very scary on its face. But what's also scarier than that is that there are over 4,000 of these places in the U.S. So it would actually take me like 3 hours to show you all of the terrible tactics that they use to coerce women out of getting abortions. So instead, I'm just going to give you a quick 5-minute speed dating version. And to do that, I have my wonderful volunteer, Amanda. Woo! Okay. So, Amanda, if you can come with me. So, Amanda is here at what she thinks is Planned Parenthood. So, how did you get here? Amanda peed on a stick and it said she was pregnant. So she's scared, she's broke, and she wants an abortion. So she did see an ad for this place on a billboard, on the side of a bus, or probably on a Google search that said something like free pregnancy tests, free ultrasounds, choices, options. So she thinks she's about to walk into a real medical facility. I mean, it's even called Planned Motherhood, which sounds familiar and legitimate, but these are just some of the stealth tactics that they use to confuse people to get them in the door. So we're going to go inside, but a warning first: everyone you meet inside is going to be come off as very kind and compassionate, but it's actually all fake, and it's this fake concern that keeps you in this fake clinic. Come with me.
1, 2, 3, turn. And doors.
We are so happy that you found us. Take a deep breath. Everything is gonna be okay. You are in good hands. Now let's get you checked in. I just need your ID, your social security number, and your employer.
Okay, so since the target thinks that this is an actual medical facility, they just willingly handed over lots of highly personal information to a place that isn't required by law to keep any of it confidential.
To confirm that you are pregnant with a medical grade pregnancy test, but don't worry, it's free for you.
Okay, these medical grade pregnancy tests are just as accurate as the ones you can get in a dollar store, but this is all part of the facade to make them think that this is an actual clinic.
Your test came back positive, so...
Okay, and the next steps that you're going to see are going to look very familiar, like 100 doctor's visits you've been to before, and she has no reason to believe that she's about to be severely manipulated.
Let's step into the medical exam room, and we'll give you your free ultrasound to confirm how far along you are. Go ahead and put on this medical gown. All right, and I'll go ahead and hold on to your belongings for you.
Okay, so this is great, right? She's about to have a legitimate ultrasound in an actual exam room with a licensed medical professional, right? Wrong. In fact, they didn't notice, but this receptionist just took their phone and their clothes, which makes them an actual hostage to this situation.
Someone will be in shortly to see you.
Okay, did you guys pick up on that? She said someone and not doctor. That's because, turns out, literally anyone can do an ultrasound, and a lot of times in these places, they don't have any medical professionals or doctors on site. So even if you were starting to catch on, you don't have your clothes or your phone. Again, hostage to this situation.
Hello, I'm going to be performing your ultrasound today.
Okay, not a doctor. Did you guys know you can just buy lab coats on Amazon? But she sounds so nice.
So how are you doing? I know this is a lot to take in today, and Planned Motherhood is here for you. Now, let's go over here and see how far along you are.
Okay, this might tip you off a little bit. They didn't take their blood pressure, their height, their weight, or any other thing that you would do at an actual appointment. But they didn't notice, again, because they're scared and they think this is a real medical clinic. So they're about to let this medical imposter with no medical training whatsoever rub jelly on their belly and give them an ultrasound.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look, it's your baby. You are about 14 weeks along. Now, let's talk about your choices. It says here that you are not married. So have you talked about what you and your boyfriend would do? Mr. Positive?
Okay, well, this doctor is using phrases like consequence of sex and take responsibility. So now you might be starting to catch on that this isn't actually a doctor, and this place is not a medical facility, and they do have an agenda.
So, as you know, pregnancy is a consequence of sex before marriage, so you're going to have to take responsibility for your actions.
Again, there's more of that shamey language, and you can really pick up onto the fact that this is not a real medical doctor. Now just wait to see what happens when this person asks about abortion, which is what they came in for in the beginning to begin with.
So we don't really offer abortions. We don't feel comfortable sending you to those places. I mean, we can't guarantee that they're safe or they're using safe instruments. I mean, you have no idea what they're going to do when they cut you open. So I can't in good conscience send you there.
This language is really inflammatory, and actually cutting is not involved in abortion at all. And if you think this is bad, just get ready for the list of terrifying health risks that they literally make up.
So now I know that abortion may seem like it's an easy choice, but they don't tell you that abortion can damage your mental health, that it can increase your risks of breast cancer, and it can cause infertility and possibly death. And if you do survive, would you live with yourself if you killed your baby?
Now this is everything that this fake doctor is saying is a lie, but this woman right here who came in doesn't know that, and they think that this person is telling them truthful things, and they have pamphlets that say these things, so they have no reason to disbelieve it.
So read this information carefully, no need to rush, and you'll have plenty of time to decide.
But they don't need any more time to decide what to do, because the point is that they came in here knowing that they wanted an abortion. They'll make people think that they have more time than they actually do to get an abortion. So if you put it off even a couple of weeks, oftentimes in many states, that means you're now past the legal limit to get an abortion. And they've accomplished their goal.
So you're going to take this ultrasound, take some pamphlets, just pray about it, and then come back in a few weeks, and we'll see you then.
So, Amanda, we're finished with you. And just to recap for everybody here, she hasn't received health care, she hasn't received an exam, she has not received an abortion. But what you did receive was a ton of misinformation about abortion and a lot of shame for even getting pregnant. And it wasn't free. The cost was giving up a lot of your personal information. And the worst part, you are no closer to getting the abortion that you came in for. So what happens next? Well, because Amanda is scared, she keeps trusting the fake doctor and does what they say. So she comes back in 3 weeks. And like I said earlier, if you come back in 3 weeks, in a lot of states, you are now past the legal limit to get an abortion. So again, they've accomplished their goal and they have coerced you out of getting an abortion. So here's a fun, not so fun fact. All these places, these fake clinics, operate legally in every single state, in all 50 states. But in a dozen states, these dens of deception actually are funded by taxpayer money. And a lot of times this money comes from programs that were developed to help low-income families. So I want to thank Amanda today for being our patient, and thank you all for sticking around. This is really, really important. This decision just came down today, so we want to let everybody know what's going on. So we have pamphlets here, we have information in the back. We need your help to keep exposing these fake clinics, because the Supreme Court sure as hell is not going to help. Thank you so much.